will that you saw from this team, particularly in the first half, to keep some grip on the game and make sure that you gave yourselves a chance down the stretch?
Yeah, there's always, especially in the first half, first quarter of the games, there's so much basketball left. We don't ever really get fazed by a slow start, a big lead, a big deficit. There's so much basketball left to be played, and that's just our mentality. Coach always says it's like a 48-minute game, so we try to play and kind of stay in the moment, possession by possession, and not worry about how big the lead or deficit is. Just play through it and chip away at it, and it's the reason why we were able to turn it around tonight.
And Chet, you were instrumental in some of the big stretches in that second half. Tell me about maybe the way that you guys played with intentionality and force in those moments to really take control of things.
Yeah, obviously just doing whatever it takes to win. You know, not every game's going to be pretty. Not every game's going to feel great. You know, I definitely feel like personally I have a lot to come away from this game to, you know, continue to get better at and improve. But, you know, you never take a win for granted in this league. You know, they're not easy to come by. And credit to everybody who stepped on the floor tonight to make that happen.
Chet, how were you guys able to take Zubas kind of out of that game? Had some good games to start this year. How are you guys able to get tough on him today?
You know, just respecting him as a good player and, you know, keying into what he does well out there and, you know, trying to counter that on both ends of the floor.
Chet, Mark said pre-game that as Shai's superstar has grown, that if anything he's become more approachable and that he hasn't changed at all. What have you seen in that sense, just in terms of his humility?
I think it speaks volumes to the type of organization that we have from the top down. You know, if you're not a good person, you don't end up, you know, playing for the Thunder. And he's a testament to that because, you know, he has every opportunity to act however he wants and do whatever he wants because you can't really say much, you know, because you need him to go out there and, you know, put up a lot of buckets the next night. But he doesn't do that. He's, you know, extremely humble guy and, you know, he's all about basketball. He's all about winning, all about family. You know, he handles his business, shows up, and then, you know, just he's himself after that. So credit to him for that.
Shai, you obviously played a lot of games at Staples, both as a Clipper and as an opponent. This was your first time here at Intuit Dome. What was your first impressions of playing in this building?
It was cool. Obviously a different feel. The stands feels a little bit more like on top of the court, kind of like college. But yeah, it was cool. It was a different feel.
It's gonna be cooler.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it was cool though.
And then I know we've asked you about the trade a lot every time you come back, but with the benefit of now 5 years of hindsight and everything that you've accomplished in the last 5 years, and just how things have played out for the Clippers so far, what comes to mind when you look back on it?
Good question. I had a great year here when I was here. Their front office made a trade that they thought was better for their team. So did the Thunder. And in the last 5 years, I've tried to focus on my development and the team's development and try to be the best basketball player I could be for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'll say it worked out in my favor.
For either of you guys, obviously 6-0 is the best start in the franchise history. I'm just wondering what that means to either of you.
It's cool, but it doesn't mean much. There's still 76 games left. We're not even close to what we need to be to accomplish what we want to accomplish, which is obviously winning big. So yeah, it's cool. I'm not satisfied at all.
Yeah, I don't think any team's ever hung a banner for a 6-game win streak. So you know, it wasn't our end goal in the beginning, but like I said before, you don't take wins for granted in this league, and you know, we know how much hard work it takes to do something like that. But you know, we have bigger goals that we're working towards.
Shai, for you, obviously you go 2 for 4 from 3 minutes the other night. You took 10 threes. Mark was just in here saying that he felt that, the Clippers were picking up higher tonight, maybe as a product of all the threes you've taken so far. I just wonder what that's like to see the work kind of manifest into the coverage tonight, and how you maybe decided to pick your spots, when you should shoot more threes and when not to.
Yeah, it's not where I want it to be, and I'm going to continue to shoot more. I feel like I could have shot more tonight. But yeah, we won, so all that is minuscule, doesn't really matter, but yeah, I'm going to continue to shoot them and try to shoot more, try to keep the defense honest.
Lastly, follow up, if I can. Just,
Sure.
For those who think you're maybe shooting too many threes, I guess what would you say to those people?
I appreciate your concern. That's it. Thank you.
Just kind of follow up on that. There's been a lot of talk on social media about whether too many threes is good or bad for the league. I'm curious, how would you guys assess your three-point volume as a team? Do you think you need to be a high-volume three-point shooting team throughout the year to be as successful at the end?
I mean, I think the game tells you how many threes you need to shoot. I think it's that simple.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you get it done every night. If you win, that's all that matters. And the teams that have won in the past maybe decade or so, I've shot a lot of threes, and I think that's why the league's gone the way it is, because teams want to win. So I don't think it has to do with trying to get to a number. It's about winning games. And teams are shooting a lot of threes, and those teams are winning games, so that's where the league's gone.
Okay, we'll do two more. Would be enough.
And Shai, with Alex's body of work, winning a championship and all the different intangibles he brings, what impact has that been on the group so far?
Yeah, it's been great. He, like you said, he's been in the biggest moments. He's been where we all want to go. He's very vocal about it. He's a great vocal leader. He always says the right thing. When he speaks, people listen. And he's earned that because of his work and, like you said, his body of work and what he's put into the game. The game has rewarded him. But yeah, he's been a great asset to this team. And we still feel like we haven't even seen the full form of him, so that's kind of exciting.
Last question to Ramona.
Chet, this is just a question about your point of attack defense, not just you, but your team. I know you don't have to play against them in the game, but I'm sure you go against Lou and Caruso and Casey Wallace, all of it. Like, what is that like for a team to face your defenders on the perimeter?
It's for sure challenging. I can't remember who it was. We were on the bench the other day, and we were playing Atlanta, and Lou started on Trae Young, and he came out the game, and Alex went on Trae Young. And it's very rare that a second unit has an all-defensive perimeter guard on its lineup. So I can only imagine how difficult that must be for other guards. But yeah, we like to use it to our strength and our advantage, get into guys, and knowing that Chet's behind us to clean up and protect. And I think that's why we're a pretty good defense this far.
Shai, I guess a follow-up on that is just what is that like for you to be the guy who is the back line there?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing playing with other great players on both ends of the floor. And sometimes it helps make my job easier too, when they're speeding people up and, people start seeing ghosts out there, especially when, people are shooting the passing lanes and stealing and then pursuing and getting steals. It makes it tough on people when people start second guessing and hesitating, and then it kind of just keeps spiraling. So it's definitely like a tag team effort out there. No credit goes to one person. It's 5 guys out there making it happen at all times.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. That's a wrap for the Thunder Media Avail tonight.